What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So now we're gonna install the third part I got from Nice CNC. Last time we did the brake lever and the shifters. Now we're gonna install something that looks new to me. Their external breather kit, right? And last video I kept calling this the external breather, but it's part of the external breather kit. This is their catch can that I'm gonna have to mount somewhere over here, right, with the provided hardware. It's gonna look interesting. So in the kit they include the catch can, the hardware, all the hose clamps, copper washer, breather bolts, banjo bolts, and one single hose right here and 2 zip ties. And then last video I kept saying that it's gonna be difficult because in their original video they installed it with a stock air cleaner, the OEM air cleaner, and I'm gonna install it with this from Trask Performance. Love this air cleaner, by the way. Also, disclaimer, I am not sponsored by Nice CNC. They sent these parts out to me for free to do an install video and review. So here you go. If any of you guys are interested in any of the parts, I will drop a discount code down below in the description. Discount code NEGEN11 for 11% off for any of their parts on their website. So check it out. All right, let's get started in installing this external breather on the bike. Also, if you're like me and you have the Trask air cleaner, I went ahead and got their external breather kit with all these lovely parts because, so I'm not using any of these from Nice CNC. I'll probably use this. I won't use this. I'll use this and their hose clamps, but I have my own hose clamp. I went and got these from Amazon, a bunch of black hose clamps, which some of these aren't really black, but hey, it'll do. All right, and then I won't be using these as well. I got my own zip ties. Yeah, for the most part, this is all I'm using. And then their catch can. So I went ahead and opened up this catch can to see what's inside. And it's pretty much like some mesh, we call it like a mesh sponge in there, I think. Something in there, but this one looks like, because like I said, this did not come with instructions, which I'm fine with because I throw those things away anyways. But this looks like their drain hole. So if it gets too full or whatever, open that part up and drain it out. And then I said we're gonna be mounting that somewhere on the bike. Again, you're gonna need some kind of external breather kit that works best for you with your setup. Like for me, I got the Trask Performance, and I went ahead and bought their other backing plate that doesn't have the other holes that came with the original Trask Performance air cleaner. All right, so now let's go ahead and take out all this stuff right here and install the new parts. All right, if you got the Trask air cleaner like me, all we gotta do is, so we're gonna remove the filter and the cover part first. All you need to remove is these 3 screws right here. And this calls for a 964 hex key. And these bolts right here call for a 316 hex. All right, these bolts in here are also 316. And then for your breather bolts, they call for 1/4 hex. Oh yeah. Now just remember, these have the little spacers in the back and O-ring, so don't drop that. And while you're in here, you might as well clean this up, you nasty. Go ahead and grab yourself some cleaning supply. Spray on a towel. Clean it up a little bit. Alright, once it's cleaned up and dried up, go ahead and install your backing plate. I went ahead and put some blue Loctite on these bolts. Once you get it started for now, try not to cross thread your bolts. And make sure you put your O-rings in place right here. Some people put some oil or grease on here just to like hold it in place, but I don't need it. Now grab your breather bolt adapters or spacers and put them on. Make sure the bigger hole is facing outwards, right, away from the engine. And then I went ahead and put some red Loctite on my breather bolt. Again, just to get it started. Don't torque it down just yet. Do the same thing with this side. And make sure your O-rings are in place on these spacers as well. All right, now for these 3 screws right here, go ahead and torque it down to 120 inch-pounds. All right, now for your breather bolts, make sure before you tighten it down, make sure your spacers are facing down. Looks about right. And for these breather bolts, I am torquing them down to 25 foot-pounds. One ugga dugga. All right, at this point, go ahead, grab your hose and insert it in the spacers. I already ran my hose clamp through, but for now, don't clamp it down just yet. Just put the hose in first for now. Make sure it's all the way in. All right, so I'm just eyeballing this right now, and I am gonna cut it right here. And same thing for this side. Come on now, get in there. Yep, just like that. Now let me just put in a hose clamp on this side right here. Grab this little part from Nice CNC, put it in here. Probably could cut this shorter. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Probably right here. Scoot this clamp in. I'm just putting this piece right here so I could see where I'm gonna place this other hose. Yep, so cut it right there. Put a hose clamp on this end. Now connect these two together. All right, now I'm gonna put these hose clamps in place. All right, I went ahead and clamped down these hoses onto its fittings. Now I'm gonna put the bottom hose in. Whoa. Before I do that, let me put a hose clamp on this hose. Now put your hose in. All right, looks about right. Bring up this hose clamp, clamp it down. It's a little tight. That is what we want, right? It's almost too tight. That's good enough right there. And you put this in the back, like so. So for now, I'm gonna leave the hose like this, and then I'm gonna put the rest of my air cleaner back on. Again, if you have the same setup as I do, make sure your O-ring's in place in the back. Went ahead and put some blue Loctite on my bolts. Try not to cross thread. For now, just get everything started. This top one feels like it's about to cross thread. There you go. Screw it down till it bottoms out. Now this is the same as the inner ones. All right, for now I'm gonna leave it like this and start removing this bolt right here on the cam cover for the catch can, and this calls for a 3/16 hex. All right, now grab your catch can from Nice CNC and the screw that they provided. I went ahead and put some blue Loctite on there. All right, this calls for a 5/32 hex. Just screw it in until it bottoms out. All right, now the torque for this is 105 inch-pounds. All right, now that the catch can is in place, I'll take my hose, kind of measure it. I'm gonna cut right around here. You don't want to cut too short, because you can't get that back. Give yourself some slack, so that way you could trim off if you need to. All right, cut it right there. Oh, before I put that on, let me get this hose clamp on here. Put the hose on. All right, now I have the hose on. Now I will put this hose clamp in place. Looks good right there. I'm just gonna take this and face it away. Now I'm gonna put the rest of my air cleaner back on. All right, these don't have to be torqued down. I mean, there is a torque spec for it, but it's so small that I don't need my torque wrench for it. Just get it nice and snug. Don't over tighten these, because I've already stripped so many of these screws. And there you have it. Nice CNC external breather kit. The intent and purpose of this video was to showcase this catch can or external breather kit from Nice CNC. I like how it looks for now. All right, we'll see how it performs. So I'll probably do an update video in the future and see how well it holds up. All right, if you are interested in any of Nice CNC products, they're pretty good, I promise you. This is the 4th product I've had so far from them on the bike. If you enjoyed this video or if you found this video helpful, please leave a like down below. Comment down below what do you think about this product. Would you put it on your bike? And if you're not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon so you can get notified for future uploads and installations. And one more time, I'll be sure to leave the link down below for all these products that I have on the bike. Well, at least for the stuff we installed today. Don't forget to use discount code NESIAN11 for 11% off on all products on their website. And once again, ride safe, stay blessed, and thank you for watching.